Hey, what's up everybody? It's Aubrey, and tonight I have some baked tacos and some brownies for dessert. So I am just using this taco dinner kit from Old El Paso with the hard and soft shell tacos. Usually I like the crunchy tacos and my son and husband like the soft shell tacos, but I recently saw something on TikTok where they put the soft and crunchy tacos together and I wanted to try it. So my son wanted brownies for dessert tonight, so I am just taking a box of brownies and following the directions on the back of the box. My intention was to do like a brownie a la mode. We have some Tillamook vanilla type ice cream in the freezer, and I wanted to just do something like that. But by the time I was finished eating dinner, I was tired and I was just ready to end the night. And so my boys just cut a brownie for themselves, and that was that. It was pretty simple dessert, but you know, box brownies are always pretty good. Growing up, my stepmom would always make these baked French fries, and I loved them, so she made them with taco night. And so I decided it's been a long time since I've made them, and I was really craving them, so I was gonna give it a go. So all you do is you peel and slice up your potatoes like French fry size. I do them pretty thin so it doesn't take a long time to bake. But so I cut them up, and when I'm finished cutting them all up, I'm going to add mayonnaise to coat them. Now, I've done it where I put the potatoes in a plastic bag and I add the mayonnaise to the bag and I mix them up that way so my hands don't get dirty. You know, I've done it where I mix them with my hands. I've done it where I mix it with a spoon. But I just wasn't feeling mayonnaise on my hands tonight, so I put it in a bowl and I added the mayonnaise and mixed it up that way, and it turned out perfectly fine. I usually add about a half a cup to a third of a cup of mayonnaise, just enough to coat the French fries. Now, if you want your French fries to be kind of, I don't want to say more greasy, but like basically if you add more mayonnaise, they're going to be a little bit more oily, but they do end up tasting a little bit richer and a little bit tastier, but I was trying not to add that much mayo this time. So once you coat your potatoes with the mayonnaise, I just sprayed a pan lined with foil, and I am going to put the potatoes on the pan and try and get it so they're not overlapping over each other. Then I sprinkle some salt on top and I bake them in a 350-degree oven for about 30 minutes, and then I'm going to flip them over and bake them for about another 10 to 15 minutes until they're brown and golden and just crispy looking, and they are really good. Now I'm taking a medium-sized yellow onion and I am going to dice it up to cook with my hamburger meat. So I put my diced onions in a pan and I let them cook probably for about 3 to 5 minutes. I didn't add any oil or anything. I'm trying to cook with less oil since I had my gallbladder out recently. And you know, I just let them cook until they were soft, because sometimes I feel like when you cook it, when you put the onions in with the meat and you just brown it up, the onions don't get as finely cooked, and I wanted my onions to be more cooked, if that makes more sense. So anyway, I added about 2 pounds of ground beef to the pan and cooked it all up. And now you see me here using a paper towel to remove the grease from the pan. There wasn't a ton, but there was still some grease in there. Like I said earlier, I'm using this Old El Paso taco kit to make my tacos for tonight. And if you've never used the kit before, it comes with some dry taco seasoning and also some taco sauce. I had intended to add the taco sauce to the tacos as well, but I just didn't do it. Just wasn't what happened when I was cooking. So I added the dry taco seasoning from the kit, but because I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef instead of the 1 that is suggested for the recipe, to go along with the kit, says use 1 pound of ground beef, I added my own taco seasoning to the meat as well. Now, I also added about 2/3 cup of water to the meat, and once it was all mixed together, I really didn't feel like it needed the extra taco sauce. It tasted really good the way it was, and that's why I didn't use the taco sauce in the meat. And you saw that big jar of mild or medium taco sauce on the side. I was also going to use that. I don't know, it's been a while since I've made tacos. I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't end up using the taco sauce, is what I'm trying to say. But the little packet of taco sauce that does come with the kit, I ended up putting that on at the end. So I have taken the soft tacos and the hard shell tacos out of the packaging, and I took a can of fat-free refried beans. I warmed it up in the microwave, and then I just spread it over the soft tacos, and then I folded the soft taco with the beans over the hard shell tacos. And I'm trying to fit them in my pan so it makes sense. Now I'm filling the taco shells with the taco meat, and then I'm going to end up baking it in that 350-degree oven for about 10 minutes. Now, I will say that these came out really good, but I am a crunchy taco fan, and the crunchy tacos the hard shells were soft afterwards. And I didn't even think that that would happen. But it still tasted very, very good. I highly recommend that you try it. Another suggestion would be to add cheese before you bake it, and so the cheese is melty. My preference is I like my cheese to be kind of cold. I like that different temperature of the cold lettuce and the cold tomatoes and cold sour cream and the cold cheese with the warm meat and taco, if that makes sense. So you do you, whatever you guys prefer. Now these tomatoes, I just bought them that day, but I don't know, they were like dry. Like half the tomato was really dry. So that's why I cut off so much of the tomato. It was really weird. These were Romas. I've never had that happen before, but they tasted fine, the pieces that we did have. Here are what the French fries look like when they are done. So good. And here are what the baked tacos looked like when they came out of the oven. I still had a lot of taco meat left over, which is what I intended for leftovers. And this is what the tacos looked like at the very end. So I just put some sour cream, the taco sauce, tomatoes, lettuce, and then I put the shredded cheese on top. My whole family loved it. It was a great meal. I highly suggest that you guys try the baked tacos, if not just for something a little different than regular taco night. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been a long time since I posted a video, and I'm so glad that you guys, watched, and I hope you find a new way to have taco night, because it is one of my favorite meals